Hello guys and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm gonna talk how I record my Katana. So as you guys can see here from the camera that I'm showing, there's a sweet spot for my microphone. That's a Sennheiser E906, and although I have a Shure SM57, I prefer this one because this one is a little bit more rounded at the top and has a little bit more body, and it's not so harsh as the 57. They are kind of in the same ballpark in terms of price, so it's not really expensive, this microphone. I'm gonna zoom in a minute just a little bit so you guys can see. And I've moved around the microphone for many times, and although I haven't yet, because it's impossible to go in every possible position, I have found that place here, and I'm gonna put the picture so you guys can see properly a speaker, a guitar speaker, and see where the microphone is. For me, I get the best results. So I put a little bit of tape over there so I know where to go. And but there's also something very important that I want to talk about to get the best results. As you guys can see here right now, the amp is close to a wall. So this means that the bass response will be greater than if the amp was in the middle of a room. So sometimes some of my patches probably will have too much bass for other users that use the amp in the middle of the room. And another thing that is very important when I'm creating these patches is the acoustic treatment that I have, that I'm going to show you right now, that also tames the high end and roll down some of that harshness when I'm recording. So let's see that. So this kind of foam is not the best, not the ideal for a studio, but it's very good for higher frequencies. And for lower frequencies, I have other stuff. Over there's a bass strap, and I have another one on the other corner. And now more recently, as you guys can see, I have those bass straps kind of forming a wall, not exactly bass strap, but absorbers, acoustic absorbers. Behind the computer there's one. You hardly can see that. And behind the speakers there are two. These speakers can be very close to the wall without any interferences, so it's very important that I took that in mind when I bought them. So I have a very accurate response from what I'm hearing from my SM57. Sorry, from my Katana and Sennheiser E906. I can use, and I will use, a microphone that I'm going to show you right now. This one, the condenser NT1 from Rode, to show you guys the sound of the room. But there are microphones that do that much better than this one. I can position this microphone real near me, what I'm listening to, so you guys can have a perception of what I'm hearing. But it's not ideal because it's not very accurate. This is good for vocals and stuff like that, very good. At a very reasonable price, but not very good to get the tones that I'm listening to and translate to you, the tone of the room, let's just say that. And that's why I haven't used it, because those microphones, and I saw Ola Englund has a lot of videos where he captures the tone of the room, and he has some great high quality microphones that are very expensive. Those ones, yeah, they can tell you exactly what he's hearing, but not this one. But I'll do it in a future video, so you guys, you know, I might have to EQ after the fact, so I know you guys will hear exactly or approximately what I'm listening to here on this room. After that, it goes straight into my Apollo interface that you guys can see here on the screen. I have now an Apollo satellite, but that's just for mixing and add more UAD plugins. But it goes straight into that, and then straight into my computer, into Logic or Pro Tools. And I'm going to show you now on the screen how I like to get my signals and how loud do I play here on the room. So you guys know, many have asked me how many decibels are you listening to, how loud is the amp. So I'm going to solve that once and for all and show you what I'm talking about. So as you guys can see here on the screen, I have my console. This is the software for my Apollo interface. Right now it's connected into this channel. Already has some signal because I'm speaking, so I'm relatively near to the microphone, 1 meter away probably. So this is the preamp. Then I'll close this, check on Logic. In Logic, I'm gonna play a chord before recording so you guys can see where it goes here on this section. Check it out. Okay, now it's just the audio from the camera, but now I'm gonna record and you guys can see what I mean by a good signal for me. One thing that I've noticed is the fact that when I'm using reverb for my patches and I want the reverb to come out on a backing track, I have to put a lot of reverb or else, because usually you do that stuff after the fact, after you record, do some reverb delay and stuff so you can mix it all together and make the guitar stand out with the reverb and all that effects. But here, if I have a backing track which is already kind of a, you know, has some effects to it, and the reverb on the Katana gets totally lost and the delays as well recorded. So in order to show them, I really need to put them loud and then back them a little bit because it will be extremely loud. So this is what you see on the screen, a very great signal for me, not much more, not less. I have here one decibel meter that right now is recording my voice, but I'm not totally trusting this because it's capturing via the microphone on the iMac, but it's close enough. So my guitar inside here on the room will be something around 95, probably 85 to 95 decibels, so which is a lot. And I'll do that, although I have neighbors and stuff like that here on my apartment. I do that because I have that acoustic treatment I showed you before. I also have that kind of acoustic treatment on the back of the room, on the floor, carpets and stuff like that. Everything you can put it together, like tables, and you know, that somehow absorbs the echoes, the natural echo of the room will help you a lot. Not just styling the tones, but it's more of a better experience for you to play. Because if you have like an empty room with lots of echo, your Katana will probably sound fizzy and weird, and you know, that's very normal to happen. So if you can, I highly recommend you to get some, like I said before, if you can afford acoustic treatment, put some chairs there, curtains, you know, stuff on the floor, and that will help, certainly help. If you have a relatively small space, that will help a lot. And the Katana being close to the wall also improves the bass response. So hope you guys found this video interesting. If you want me to make more stuff like this one, just let me know in the comments below. This is how I record my Katana, and then I don't do any post effects. I only do if I'm recording for myself. That goes a long way. And if you want me to show you, I'll do it on another video. So guys, thank you for watching, stay safe and cheers.